Hi there, my name is Lamont. I am bringing a video about the Jesuit power structure. There is a structure all across the earth, and this structure is really a chain of command. It is ruled by the Black Pope, the superior Jesuit general. I'm going to leave a link for a Wikipedia page. With Wikipedia, you've got to really research the information and connect it to reliable sources, but a lot of information on Wikipedia does check out, and obviously I've done that with this web page and it checks out. This is all accurate information. What I'm going to read is some names through this list, and you can also go to this website yourself and look at this page, and you'll be surprised just how many politicians and CEOs and directors in Hollywood, and the list is endless. I mean, really, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Really, former presidents, prime ministers, who are what's called Jesuit alumni. They are trained from Jesuit educational institutions, Jesuit universities, and this is an established network worldwide. And the top of this page reads, quote, "Over the last 400 years, the Roman Catholic Jesuit order has established a worldwide network of schools and universities." And that's the truth. It's worldwide. Okay, let me go through some of these names. Let me also just say this first of all, and this is important to bring out through my own private research, that the new president of Egypt, Adli Mansour, he graduated from the École Nationale d'Administration. It's another Jesuit university. He's a Jesuit alumni. It was overseen by France, but it's connected to Strasbourg now. It's a Jesuit university. And so this coup is nothing more than a Jesuit coup, really. That's what it is. And they've just appointed another Jesuit trained politician who graduated from the École Nationale d'Administration, and you can do that research yourself, but it checks out. It's a Jesuit alumni university. So there we have it again, another Jesuit president. Okay, but all you have to do is really do your own research, really, to find out that all of the leaders all across the earth are Jesuit trained. For instance, Abdul Kalam, the former president of India, graduated from St. Joseph's College in India, a Jesuit university. Also, Tony Abbott, the Australian leader of the opposition, graduated from St. Ignatius College, Jesuit university. The list goes on and on. The former president of Malta, Edward French Adamai, graduated from St. Aloysius College, another Jesuit university. Read through the list yourself and you'll be surprised. I'll read out some of the names here. They're all Jesuit trained all across the earth. You have Pat Buchanan, the American journalist. People will know Pat Buchanan, of course, false Protestant minister, actually high-level Scottish Rite Mason. He graduated from Gonzaga Jesuit College and Jesuit Georgetown University. Of course, we also have Fidel Castro, the former president of Cuba, graduated from Colegio de Belen, Havana, a Jesuit university. Also the author Tom Clancy, Jr., the American author, graduated from Loyola College in Maryland, and also Loyola High School, Jesuit alumni. Bill Clinton, the most obvious, the most well-known, Jesuit alumni, President of the United States, graduated from Jesuit Georgetown University. This is the real power, and the evidence is there. All you have to do is go on Wikipedia and use this page really as the beginning of your own research, and look at these names, and you can trace them all. All these politicians, all these presidents, they're all Jesuits, Jesuit trained. That's the truth. Now, they are low-professed Jesuits. Let me explain that, because Actually, you have to be within the Jesuit order over 30 years before you're actually inducted into the fourth vow, the extreme oath, to be a high Jesuit father or provincial. It takes many, many decades. So I'm not saying all of these people are high Jesuits, of course not, but the low professed Jesuits, they're coadjutors, they're conscious conspirators, of course, working for the Jesuit order. The Jesuit order have the power over the world. I've brought that out in a lot of work, and I'm going back into exposing the New World Order again. That is part of what God's called me to do. And as I've said, look through this list and you'll be surprised just how many businessmen and presidents. I mean, look at Charles de Gaulle, the former president of France. He graduated from a Jesuit university, and actually it was Charles de Gaulle who actually established this university. And it's called École Nationale d'Administration, and that is where the Egyptian president Lamont graduated from, of course. All connected at the highest levels, of course, all of them. The world today is governed by the Society of Jesus, governed by the Jesuits. And really what we have today is three Jesuit generals. Peter Hans Kolbenbach, Superior General of the Society of Jesus, graduated from Canisius College, Nijmegen, that's in the Netherlands, and that's Canisius College, Nijmegen, from the Netherlands, and obviously he is the Superior Jesuit General until Adolfo Nicholas took over as the Superior General. But also we have Pope Francis, who was a High General. These provincials are generals, that's what they are. People think there's only one general. No, the generals are elected by the High Jesuit Council, of course. But once you are a general, then you have supreme power. But even the generals are overseen. So this is a worldwide network. I personally believe that Pope Francis today is the Jesuit general, but understand that there's three anyway. There's three Jesuit generals. You have Peter Hans Kolbenbach, Adolfo Nicholas Pachin, and you have Pope Francis, of course. They control the whole earth. They control the media. They control the United States Senate. Patrick J. Leahy, he was the United States Senator, graduated from Jesuit Georgetown University. You find if you look at Obama, all of his staff, I mean all of them graduated from the Holy Cross, Xavier, Notre Dame. They're all high Jesuit alumni, all of them. You find within the European Union they're also high Jesuits, all of them. And Herman von Rompuy recently boasted a couple of years ago that we are a Jesuit alliance, we are all Jesuits. And you'll find that, really, that if you look at all of the politicians, this is really the Achilles heel of the New World Order. Look at where they've graduated from. I mean, even going back years ago, John N. Mitchell was the US Attorney General under President Richard Nixon. He graduated from Jesuit Fordham University. This system has been in place for generations. This is the real New World Order, and all you get on the internet is just, ridiculous theories, disinformation and diversion. And even the popes of Rome graduate from Jesuit University. Pope Pius graduated from Gregorian University in Rome. Pope Paul graduated also from the Gregorian University in Rome. And so even Pope Benedict, he's Jesuit trained, as is Pope Francis, of course. Rome is that great city that reigneth over the kings of the earth. Okay, conclusion. Look on the website and go through the names, and also you'll see many other links to many other websites on Wikipedia, and also others outside of that. You can actually do a search of Jesuit alumni universities and the list of them. Actually, I'll put that link on the video as well, so you can go into that. Okay, conclusion. Very direct message this. The New World Order today is a Jesuit network, a Jesuit alliance. All of the presidents, all of the prime ministers, all of the politicians, even the people that run the media, the people that run the banking system, they're all Knights of Malta. They're all Vatican Knights. And they are all under the power of the Black Pope. This is the New World Order. It's revealed clearly by the Spirit of God, clearly in Revelation 17, that the 10 kings give their power unto the scarlet beast, and he destroys the whore. There's a lot of things building up today with Syria and Egypt, and Egypt, there's going to be so much chaos there for years, you know. And that's the agenda, is to create chaos. And Egypt really is mentioned in Ezekiel 36. They're under the power of Gog and Magog, which is Russia, and they're a guard for them. In Libya and Putin, Ethiopia, and all of these nations really are under the power of Russia. We see the European Union rising, but we also see the Eurasian Union, overseen today by President Putin of Russia, and this is what will happen eventually. They will all come under the power and guard of Russia, and that's why we see Russia, you know, connected very strong with Syria, and also they will be more connected with Egypt in the future. They're all working together at the highest levels. They're all Jesuit alumni. The Islamic Brotherhood, you know, they believe that their 12th Imam, their Mahdi, their Messiah, will come and bring peace for 7 years, and Muslims believe that, of course. But if you read the actual teachings in the New Testament about the Antichrist, actually what it exposes is that the Messiah of the Muslims in the Quran is also actually the Antichrist of the Bible, really. But my personal belief that the Pope of Rome will actually be the Antichrist. But the Muslims are also awaiting their Messiah, and they will accept the Pope as their Messiah. Of course they will. They will accept him. For they truly, you know, exalt him as a prophet, as a man of God also, because he represents Christ. Islam is nothing more than the sword of the Vatican. It's Counter-Reformation Inquisition, that's what it is, to kill Jews and Christians. Exactly the same as the Vatican, truly. They're both religions of Counter-Reformation, and they're both warring religions, because they're both Babylonian. Really. All you have to do is look at many Catholic churches and look at the crescent moon, and you see Mary standing atop the crescent moon. And you look at the flag of Islam and you see the crescent moon, and symbol for Nimrod, of course, and Semiramis, obviously. Primarily Semiramis, you know, the moon goddess, the Queen of Heaven. So it's all staged, it's all organized. Everything that's going on in Syria right now is actually organized by the Vatican. It's organized by the Jesuits. They want to keep these wars continuing, these wars, these agitations, just these conflicts continuing and continuing all around the Middle East. So the Pope of Rome will sign his 7-year covenant at the appointed time. This is what will happen in the future. But we see clearly that they're all Vatican Knights. I mean, Bashar of Syria, he's a Vatican Knight of St. Lazarus. I found that out. That's right. He's a Vatican Knight of Rome. And the new president of Egypt, as I've said, he graduated from the École Nationale d'Administration, which is a Jesuit alumni university. The Jesuits of Rome, they're controlling all sides. That's what they're doing. And of course, yes, it was a military coup in Egypt. You know, but who do you think is in control? The CIA, of course. Exactly the same with Jordan, exactly the same with Syria and all these nations. Really, it's the CIA. They create these revolutions and really cause people to come out and protest, and then they bring martial law, and then they just appoint their Jesuit-trained alumni politician in power. This is the way it works continuously. Look at these lists, look at these Wikipedia lists, and from there do your own research. My name is Alan Lamont, thanks for listening, and as always, all roads lead to Rome.